Welcome back, everybody, to Stardew Valley, here on Fantasy Farm, where the spirits are mad. But that's not always a bad thing. We've also got the Blessing of Friendship, which can come in handy. And it would appear that our potatoes are ready. But first, we've got mail. Dear Delta, I was conducting a field study the other day, and I found this specimen. I hope you find it as interesting as I did, Demetrius. Well, I appreciate that. It will unfortunately be getting sold with the cranberry jelly, but hey, we appreciate it. That's not what I meant to do. So, first thing is first. Also got some iron ore that we can smelt up. But I am going to hop straight into the routine. Starting with these cranberries, I'm going to go ahead and get these put in the juicer, as it were. Or rather, the jammer, I guess, since it makes jam. And I will see you guys momentarily, and then we will figure out what we are doing for the day. Alright, this is what we are looking at today, and this is all that is getting sold. Lots of potatoes, lots of parsnips, some broccoli, etc. I'm going to hang on to this carrot for an Epona, so you can enjoy that. So I'm going to move the frozen geodes out here. I'm going to grab the mystery boxes as well, because that's one thing that we can also do today. But yeah, I'm going to start working on getting those crushed again. And we're going to be doing basically more of what we've been doing in the last couple days. We're going to be roaming around looking for primarily leeks. For George, if we can get them done early, great. If not, it's not the end of the world. There's no traveling merchant today. There is nobody left to gift today, as everybody's either at max friendship or they are have already been gifted twice this week. So we don't have to worry about either of those. You won't have to watch me going around looking for somebody like an idiot and walk right past them, potentially. We can just focus on this. And if there are any spring onions today, I'm actually a little curious about something to see if the harvesting crops works with the iridium scythe. I'm going to assume probably not, but it would be an interesting little thing to find out. It does. Yes, I use those to harvest the parsnips and potatoes a little bit faster than I would have been able to otherwise. So I was curious to see if it would work as well with those. Turns out the answer is yes. Looking perfectly through this middle section, but nope, I think we're okay there. And yeah, while I am tempted to go for the iridium, I think because we're not immediately going there like the first opportunity we get in the day, it probably is better served just working on monster slaying quests that we would not normally be able to get in the Skull Cavern. That's right, I meant to do that other thing, not this specifically, but it did remind me of that. I'll need to do that as well, which means I need to go back and get my fishing rod. Delta, come here, quick! My bracelet is gone. I know I had it on when I got here, but now it's gone and I can't find it anywhere. I'll never find another one like it. Relax, I'll just buy you a new one, or I'm really sorry. Yeah, I don't think I'll just buy you a new one's gonna work here. Really sorry. Maybe it'll wash up on another shore. I can't bear to think of it at the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, when it's something that's, like, sentimental to you, yeah. I was supposed to say, even if it's, like, something you can replace, it's just not the same. Sorry, Great-Grandma. I lost your precious bracelet. Please forgive me. Could she have dropped it nearby? I don't think that's it. I'll let you pick those up in the end, but surely it's going to be somewhere perhaps across the bridge. There's no timer here, as you can see, so clearly I can kind of poke around until I find it. It may also not be over here specifically because theoretically you could have the bridge there not fixed. Unless it's fixed in this scene, but something tells me probably not. Ah, there it is. I was expecting it to look more like a traditional item, but no, it's here. Hey, good news. I found it. Is that... Yep. I'm pretty sure it is anyway. You found it! Thank you so much, Delta. You're a lifesaver. Those eyes. I won't forget what you did here. Well, no worries. Theoretically, you would have done the same if our positions were reversed. pick all this stuff up here. Is there another thing down here? I already forgot. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay. Then let's move on. Destination, the blacksmith, to get these mystery boxes opened. These are always more fun than the geodes, in my opinion, so it's always interesting to see what's inside. Triple shot espresso. More carrot seeds. Ooh, that could always come in handy. Some quality fertilizer. Some bombs. Some parsnip seeds. A warp totem to the beach. And 2 more mystery boxes, which inside have more bombs. And more fertilizer. Yeah, I'll go ahead and break these. Why not? We're already here. It's only 25 per, and on average you are going to get a profit from these. Even if you don't for the normal geodes, for the frozen or magma geodes, the likelihood is extremely high that you're going to turn a profit. So we'll just speed up the process a little bit here. Yeah, only like 2 of those were duds. So you can just sell them right back, and there you go. Alright, let's check up north. And we'll check the back roads, loop around, and take the minecart back into the mines. Hey Linus, how's it going? I bet you're probably glad that winter's over, huh? I should check all the way over there just in case. And real quick, since we did destroy a few of them, how many do we have left now? 44, so we need 16 more to have that completed. If we do get that complete today, I'll just switch over to the crab rocks, I think. Will be our best bet. I'm not sure if that counts the ones in the Skull Cavern, which it would probably be too late in the day to really go trying in there anyway, but I don't know if it counts the iridium ones or not. Truthfully, I've got no idea. Oh, right, I did say while I was there. Well, I can't do it because I don't have a fishing rod. And I also need to do the maple syrup thing, too, so there actually are a couple different things I need to do here. Keep that speed up going for a little while longer, and I also do have another carrot for you. I guess I can only feed him 1 carrot a day. That's a shame. Sorry, Epona. Hi, Callie. Slot that in there. Some iron ore. That's good. Those can go. These can also go. Anything else I'm going to kind of store in various places here. I don't want to use the bomb right now. I would rather save that for another day, I think. What was the other thing? Warp totem. That's right. That can go. Fishing rod. It doesn't matter what fishing rod, by the way. You can take any fishing rod. And then the maple syrup. Oh, right. I just put a piece of trash in there. All right. First things first, the maple syrup. I think once you get that note, it does not matter what time of day, nor does it matter what season. That'll pop up on screen if I'm wrong about that, but I don't think it matters. I think you just need the note. Surprise! Yeah. That smell. Come closer. It's not every day I get to speak to a human. Looks like you got a little forest magic in you. Now, about my note. Did you bring me the good stuff? I sure enough did. Oh, that smell. This is really sweet stuff. This bear looks like he's made of dookie. There's just no nice way to say it. It's my favorite sauce. It makes me very happy. Cool, I'm glad you like it. You've made a friend today, Delta. Well, thank you. Please stay out of my personal bubble. I've got something special I want to show you. It's my butt. No, actually what it is the bear left you with his special knowledge. Salmon berries and blackberries are now worth 3 times the gold. Unfortunately, this kind of falls into the same problem that the 5X on the spring onion does, which is that you're probably not going to be selling them. You're not going to take the time to do it. If you are going to take the time to get the salmon berries, typically you're either going to be like me, using them for health, or later on in the game, you're just going to ignore them completely. So, yeah. But it is listed here on your special powers under Bear's Knowledge. And the Spring Onion Mastery is here. So, we're only missing 2 or maybe 3 things, it looks like, on this little list over here. Not too many of those left. Let's look at the rest of those. So yeah, we're still missing a fair bit of the books, and then 3 of the mastery skills. Alright, we'll drop these little pieces off, and then I will go do the other quest. See what we can get from that. Now I guess go ahead and drop the single piece of sap off too. I'm just gonna go ahead and sell the mushrooms and morels, I think. Sell out your morels. Don't actually do that, by the way. I didn't check over here either, and need to do that. They can pop up here. Alright, these go here. And now we're actually off to the races for that little quest/event. It is good to get these little small things out of the way, like these little secret notes and whatnot. You get small little perks like that you kind of usually don't have a good time to just like go out of your way for these, and this is as good a time as any. So yes, if you fish in this little section right here in front of the spa in any season except for winter, which is why I didn't do it earlier, because the lake was frozen, you can get an ornate necklace. A fancy necklace found in the water outside of the bathhouse. It's still wet. And if you check your secret notes about that, somewhere it's going to have... Let's see. Mermaid show, secret notes, secret notes, secret notes. Oh, we need to do that one as well. We'll do that really quickly. Yeah. I borrowed a necklace from Mom, but lost it somewhere near the bathhouse. She's going to freak out if she notices that it's missing. So we need to give it to somebody who has a mom in-game. And where specifically was that other spot? Ah, next to this rock. Gotcha. And you get another treasure chest. I think I already gifted Linus today. But there's an interesting thing you can do with this treasure chest. If you want. No, thank you. I have no desire for money. In fact, I think it's cursed. He will actually give it back to you, which is why it popped up in the bottom. Yeah, he doesn't want it. But, I mean, he said it himself. He thinks money is cursed. So, yeah, he has no need for it, no desire for it. So, he won't hate you for doing it or anything. He just won't accept it. Kind of a cool little thing. I was going to say Easter egg, but it's not really an Easter egg. But it is kind of a nice little touch. Alright, we got a few of you little guys here, so we're nearly up to the point of where we've got the total amount. That's not it. Also, let me switch headphones real quick, because this one's about to die. Alright, we are back. Frozen Tears. Well, those will not really be much use anymore. I think they're pretty much... Ooh, Prismatic Shard. Those are rare for just a regular old enemy to drop. Now, you can get them prior to Skull Caverns. You could find them here, I think. That might be a thing of after you find it, it might be adjusted, or after you've unlocked Skull Caverns, it might get adjusted to where you can now start finding them. But even with that adjustment, it's still exceedingly rare. Any enemies down here? Oh, there's one of you. Okay, that was just the only one, though. Looks like that espresso, and not espresso, espresso. There's no X in this word anywhere. I think it's just that the X and S sounds are close enough together, and there's not very many words that start with, like, ES like that also have other X's or S's in them. So your brain immediately thinks, like, express, probably, rather than express, because it's thinking of the word express. This is probably going to be it, I think. I think this will be all we need. Yes, Monster Slayer goal complete. See Gil for your reward. I will do that as soon as I pick up all this iron. Get these bats out of here. Nah, I'm good. The extra points for leveling up would be nice, but not the end of the world if we just leave. So let's see what else we've got. For the slimes. The Burglar's Ring. Monsters have a greater chance of dropping loot. This thing can really come in handy in a pinch, which is why I say going for the dust sprites is kind of a big deal. You might want to consider that. From here, I did say we were pretty close on the rock crabs, so I think that might be a good spot to start. Very quickly, I'm going to check and see what levels they can spawn in on. I know they can show up in 15, but I ought to take a good look at where they start. Okay, that's easy enough. They are anywhere between floors 1 and 29, so basically the first 30. Which makes sense, because that's when they start getting those really crappy stone floors where it's hard to see anything. We'll just go with the tried and true method we did for the bugs, which is just to go to 15. And see if we can spot anything that looks wrong here. And even if we don't, we'll get some slimes along the way, theoretically. We don't need the bugs or the cave duggies anymore. I didn't think that one was one, but it looked a tiny bit different. Yeah, this one might be a little bit harder just because these do tend to be a tiny bit rarer of a spawn. Do you think we actually have to back out in full and come back in here? Oops. Didn't mean to do that. But I guess we could check every multiple of 5. Just go 5, 10, 15, 20 like that. And if I don't feel like hiking back to the exit, then I can always just find the exit myself. Or find the staircase, rather. So yeah, I do apologize if this is more of an unexciting episode, but the good news is the Egg Festival will be coming up on the 13th, I do believe, which means that next video we'll have that, so you'll get to see a mass amount of planning. Okay, I literally saw that spawn in out of thin air. So we'll have a ton of planting, and then I will, of course, mean a very hefty amount of profits will be coming our way once those are fully grown. I'll check 15 one more time, but it looks like at a very quick glance. That might be one we kind of just have to get naturally as we're just moving around. So I do think that will be it for this day. We'll look around again tomorrow and see what we can't find. Guess that was the last piece of trash I had. Alright, let's put all this stuff away. Still very surprised we got that prismatic shard, but I am not complaining by any stretch. And to bed we go. Yeah, look at that farming going up again. Yep, treasure chest also is going to help with that. Yeah, I'm just going to sit on this for a minute, just to really show this off. So yes, the iridium crab, by the way, does count. So if we were to do that iridium mining, we could potentially get it from that as well. So that's good to know. So we'll hang on to that information. The other thing I wanted to check is I do believe there is something about the ornate necklace. You can give it to 2 different people. Yes, you can give it to Caroline or to Abigail. If you give it to Caroline, you can get 50 friendship points with her. If you give it to Abigail, you can get 100. So I'll probably give it to Abigail just because, you know, she's the one that wrote the note. She doesn't want her mom to know it's missing, so it seems only right to give it to her. Alright, what are we looking at today? The spirits are still feeling neutral. Our blessing is the blessing of friendship, once again. And we also have mail. Dear Delta, tomorrow we're holding the Egg Festival, 9 to 2. You know how this goes. Though you'll be seeing it in the next video. So you'll have to wait. Hello? Oh, that's why. Clicking the wrong tree there. Like a dummy. Alright, you know how this goes. We're going to do the usual routine. Not put that up, put this one up. And we'll be back after routine has been done. Alright, here's what we're looking at. 164 parsnips total. Yes, that is the number. It showed me on the bottom of the screen after I was done harvesting them all. And some goat cheese and some mayonnaise as well. So that should give us a pretty nice boost. In addition to that, the fortune teller is in town today. So because she is, we're going to do a quick check and see if she's got anything worthwhile. And while we're there, of course... While we're there, we're going to realize that there were still more crops to be gained. Let me grab the scythe real quick. And also so I can check. I don't have a lot of green beans, so I don't think I'll be selling those. I'll probably be hanging on to them. But now you can see that harvesting is way faster. Particularly in multiplayer, if you do this. This can help quite a bit in making things go by quicker. I think I'll just do the 2. Everything else will sell that as well. And since we're here, alright, off we go to the races. I would like to try and find more of the leaks. I would like to have at least 3 by the end of the day. I know that's kind of pushing my luck. And it will definitely be something I do tomorrow before the Egg Festival, because the strawberries are worth sacrificing the day for. Anything in here? Not really. Sure, why not? The Tree of the Winter Star is kind of expensive to buy from Pierre, and the fact that it was only being sold for 1,000 there is a lot less than what he asks for it. I think he asks for, like, 5. It is a case of if you're kind of on the fence about something, particularly early game on buying it, like, does this cost too much? One of the things you might want to consider is looking it up and being like, am I getting a deal compared to what this normally is, or am I getting hosed? Because it can go either way. Sometimes it can be a lot cheaper, sometimes it can be a lot more expensive. Speaking of things being cheap, it appears we have been cheaped out on not finding any forageables, period, basically, other than the spring onion. Since the friendship points are multiplied today, I'm going to quickly hop in and say hi to Kent if he's here. He's not. How about Jody and Sam? Jody we're maxed out with, Sam we're maxed out with, so no need to really chat with them either. Oh, there you are. Hey, what's up? But I ought to take up fishing. It would give me something to do to keep my hands busy. See, just like my dad. Mentioned in an earlier episode, my dad's the exact same way. There is something else I do want to consider grabbing, and that is from Krobus, also to talk to him to gain the friendship. But I do believe, since it is Friday, yes, an iridium sprinkler for 10,000, so you can pick one up without needing the iridium bar. So I think I am going to do that. To go ahead and get that section watered, so I don't have to keep worrying about it day in and day out. It'll just make my job a little bit easier. Alright, Abigail, I'm willing to wager you're probably not home, but I'm going to check anyway. And you are. That necklace, where did you find it? Well, thanks for bringing it to me, Delta. My mom will never know. I got you. We're already here. Might as well drop those off. Alright, so to the north we go, in hopes of finding some leaks. Will we find them? We'll never know. Perhaps our lucks have peaks. I said I was a writer, not a poet. Honestly, Poetry Workshop, which was... I don't think that was a required class, even for me. I think it was an elective. Is there something here? No, there's not. Okay. It just seemed like there was. Poetry Workshop was, like, a really, really hard one for me. Other than doing, like, full-on free verse, it was really hard to obey meter, rhyme, stuff like that. My forte is not using a small amount of words. In case you haven't realized that already. Alright, so with all the spots checked for leaks, with no one to gift, with our routine basically done, with me saying hi to Callie, I think we could toss one of these in the crusher real quick. And just for laughs, I suppose, we could put this right here. Merry Christmas, everybody. Though to be fair, I guess IRL right now, since this is in July, is in fact closer to Christmas than it is for the player character in game. Yeah, I know it's just, we're sacrificing one of these to do it, but it's gonna spare me from having to bring the watering can over here every single morning. So that is a sacrifice I personally am willing to make. Do we have any like secret notes that we need doing? So we did that one. That's just an extra note. We did the maple syrup. Have you found my secret in the dark tunnel? I don't think we've done that one. We could do that one today. The dark tunnel to which he is referring is this one over here. We've been here before to get Linus's berry basket, but we've never actually gone in the tunnel itself, which you can do. And there's really not that much in here, unless you check on the wall. It's a battery-powered lockbox. Unfortunately, there's no battery in it. Well, now there is. It worked. The lockbox swings open. Inside, there's a note. Your first task, bring a rainbow shell to the train platform. Leave it in the box. Mr. Key. Alright, well, I do believe I have kept a rainbow shell, and Mysterious Key is here. This is a nice little side quest that we could do for the day. What's that in there? Rainbow shell is going to be, yes, it's going to be a summer one, and the dogs are barking again, which means that I have to be loud again, which is very exciting, where I have to keep talking like this, and really only pause to take breaths. What was I coming in here for besides getting the shell for Mr. Key? There was some other reason, and now I can't remember what it was. Oh, that's really frustrating. What else would I have come in here for? I don't think there was anything in particular, and if there was, I suppose I can wait till later, whenever my neighbors aren't banging on the wall, so that I can just continue to talk like this, which is very annoying to you, but it's far better than hearing dogs barking constantly, and I don't have to hear the dogs barking because I've got an earbud and I can only hear my voice in one ear, which is a little bit of a help, but if I can stop talking in any capacity, then I will hear the dogs, and let's face it, nobody wants to deal with that. Also, I'm going the wrong way, because for whatever reason, my brain is thinking rainbow shells, so beach, when you're actually supposed to take it to the train station. Okay, I think they've stopped. Yeah, next chance I get to talk to my landlord about making sure the AC doesn't die, because I think it's in the process of not dead, but about to die, which would track, because the first summer I was here, it died. The third summer I was here, it died, and now we're on summer 5, so routinely, apparently, it just needs to be reminded every 2 years, or, you know, checked on. But yes, we might have to be having a talk about not doing that. It's an empty box. You throw the shell into the box. Immediately a note falls down from the rafters above. Well done. Your next task, place 10 beets inside the mayor's fridge, Mr. Key. I don't actually think I have any beets. Or if I do, I don't think I have 10. I think that's a fall crop, and I did not grow a lot of those. The good news is, if I didn't, I can turn what I do have into seeds, and then with those seeds, I can just toss those into the greenhouse, and we have to wait X amount of days. But it will give me something to do. So, let's see if we do in fact have enough. I'm kind of on the fence on if I'll have enough or not. Which one are they in? I think they are a fall crop. Are they not? Are they a summer crop? That's a radish. Radish seeds. Is that a year 2 crop by any chance? I don't think it is. I'm actually going to check this real quick. Okay, I see the problem. It's a fall crop, but it's only purchased at the Oasis. I was wondering if that was the case, and I was like, no, I think I am thinking of the radishes. I'm not thinking of the radishes. They are only available here. So, as I adjust in my squeaky chair, let's go and grab some. I was going to come back here for starfruit in the summer, as starfruit is a really good one that you can grow. That pays out quite well. Hey, Sandy, I'm actually gonna, like, come and grab some of these from you. It takes 6 days. That's not too bad. I'll grab, like, 40, I guess. I don't know how many of these I'm gonna plant. I'll probably just fill out any empty space in the greenhouse with those. Also, I probably should have, you know, like, talked to you. It's kind of rude to just come in here and leave. Emily really hates sashimi. I learned that one the hard way. Yeah, she doesn't really strike me as the type to like raw fish. Since she's, you know, a bit of an animal lover, she probably would not appreciate seeing that. I do appreciate that characters that, like, have friends will tell you when you're in higher friendship with, like, oh, they like this, or they dislike this. Oh, there you are, Epona. I was trying to figure out where you went. Coffee and get these things planted. Yeah, I think we're just gonna fill out the spots we've got here. That should do fine. And if I have extra seeds left over, then okay. And not many, 2. Well, we'll toss them in here. Might as well. So that's all we can do for that quest. Any others, perhaps? Where were we on that one? Mermaid Show hit something noon sharp. Garbage cans, pitchers. Already did the 100 Skull Cavern. I don't believe the rest of these are any super important ones, so it looks like it's just that one. Yeah, I think it's just that one. Okay. Well, that was a nice little sidetrack from what we were doing there, but hey. It got us started on that one. I knew about that quest, but I had forgotten about the beat part of it. So, oh well on that. Let's see, from here. One thing we do need to do real quick, and I guess we'll just throw in a strawberry, is we are going to need that iridium level wine for the missing bundle. So I am going to chuck that into a keg for now, and at one point it will become wine. How do you get it to silver quality? We can't do that right now with what we currently have, but we will be able to in the future. Void Salmon and Prismatic Shard. I do believe we can do both of those. I think, yes, we do have a Gold Star Void Salmon, and we do have plenty of Prismatic Shards. So I'm going to drop both of these off, and that'll be another thing we can get done. 2 little extra bits. I really am wondering what we're going to be doing here. Haley's got a birthday coming up on the 14th, but that's for tomorrow's video. When I should have checked when the bookseller was in town, but oh well. No big deal. Another day, Robin. Another day. Alright, so that'll give us 3 more we can pick between these. Almost assuredly it will be the wine and the ancient fruit. Between these two, it's going to depend. It will probably be the caviar, I think, but we'll see. Let's take a look at some of the other enemies to defeat. I know there was another one in there that was like Void Spirit or something. And I'm not completely sure what that one is referring to, because I don't think it means the ghosts. I think it means something completely different. If not, I can do the skeletons, because they show up on certain ice floors. So that's also a possibility. What are we closer on? Probably on... Yeah, definitely on Void Spirits. We didn't really see that many skeletons. Oh, those things. Okay, even the game, like, the wiki doesn't call them that. They're called Shadow Shaman. Floors 81 to 119. So we could do that. They're those guys that throw the hexes that try to weaken your luck stat and also try to heal themselves. So yeah, I do know what these are. Had a feeling once I saw the picture, I'd be like, oh yeah, I know what these are. And sure enough, that was exactly what happened. I do think I will pick up gold, as is the case of just kind of grabbing resources, you know, as they roll around. And if I also see some of the crab rocks, that would be nice, but I don't think they show up here. Actually, no, they do, because you get the alt versions of them, the, like, lava crabs or whatever they're called. But, yeah, basically, if it hides under a rock and wiggles around, that counts. And the iridium ones count as well. So, if we see them, cool. If not, that's alright, too. Kind of surprised if those things aren't on the list, or if they are, hey, there's one. Or if they are, we've already done it. Yeah, these guys right here. Those are the ones that they're referring to. So, let's head on down. I'm kind of okay with just casually walking through here and seeing what there is to see. This is what I meant, though, whenever we first unlocked the Skull Cavern, is I said just because the Skull Cavern is unlocked does not mean that you're just done with this area. And you're not by a long shot, not even because of the monster quests. Even with this, there will be other quests involved later on where you'll have to come back through here. So it is definitely not the end for the default mines. Which I appreciate quite a bit. I always like it whenever there's like some sort of reason to go back to an area like this. Some games, I don't know, I'm hit or miss on like Metroidvania style of constantly going back, but in this particular instance, I'm like, no, I'm glad you get to go back, that it's not all just... Once you get this new one, like, oh, that's it, it's done, you're never going back here again. Even in games where you don't need to, sometimes if a place is really pretty, I go back to it. Goodness knows in VR I do that all the time, just because I've saw an area I liked once. Doesn't mean I don't go back to it. There's one that got released, like, way back in 2020, that I'd still go back and look at. I wasn't sure if these were the guys they were also talking about with the Void Spirits. I thought it might be those, but nope, it's not. Hey, this is also, yep, chance to drop the staircase and a chance for experience. I'm not gonna wait for that bat. He'll catch up to me if he really wants to kill me. There's a mushy. Another one, huh? All of a sudden, I'm quite popular here. And 100 bones, man. That one's gonna be rough to do for a while. I'm hoping that one won't show up. It was funny looking at the list of, like, oh, these are the completed ones that you've done for the special orders. Almost all of them have been on the left side of the board. Because you would think, oh, well, because you have two that are redacted that you can't see, but they're split evenly across the board. One's on the left and one's on the right. But just a big bulk of what we've been doing has been on the left side of the board. Some by coincidence and some by the fact that just the reward, when choosing between the two, the reward that happened to be on the left side was better. But it's still an interesting little anecdote. That might be one. Nope, that is a real rock. I'm not ready to leave there quite yet, though. Oops, that's not the right... That's not the right window, that's not the right door, nor is it the right word, my dude. There's another one. There's a ruby. There's another ruby. Any chance we could craft, yeah, like, one of these, because I need to get out of here pretty quickly. Hey, a secret note! This is written in Leah's handwriting. My idea of a perfect dinner would be salad, goat cheese, truffle, and wine. For dessert, I need a poppy seed muffin. Yum, if someone gave me one of those things, I'd melt. So yeah, that was another one of the not-so-helpful ones, and it looks like based on the 2 notes we're missing, those are also going to be there. So, I believe for the important secret notes, at the very least, those have been all collected. And other than that last one, we've pretty much done them all as well. Any... Nope. Let's see. Let's sell the gems. The mushrooms. Why not? The bone fragments and quartz can go in there too. I'll even throw these in there. As for over here, all of this can go. This is all the spring chest. And that will do it for an episode. We did not have much luck finding the leeks, so I'm hoping to have a little bit more luck with them growing at the very least. We still have time, and I think even if with the first set we grow and don't get anything, we can still get more, so we'll see how that goes. For now, though, thank you all for watching. We've made another 12,000 gold, so we can add that to the pile for what we're going to do for the strawberries. Because you can best believe that this day is going to be me setting up the farm for the strawberries, buying the strawberries, planting the strawberries, and then going to bed. But the 14th will actually have some more interesting stuff going on with it. We're getting ever closer to that level 3 on Mastery. So it's getting there. It is getting there. We'll almost assuredly have that probably by, oh, I would say well before the end of spring. And then that will grab us our 3rd one, and we'll move on to number 4. We'll also have these reset as well, so we'll be able to start doing some friendship stuff again. But until then, see you all in the next one. Later.